Yes, when it comes to a $2,000 fourth stimulus check, specifically focused on the low-income and fixed-income beneficiaries of Social Security, retirement, disability, SSDI, survivors, SSI, VA, RRB, low-income, no-income, seniors, older adults, and of course, people with disabilities. I have all the details and what you need to know right here in the video, so let's get right into it. All right, now first off, I'm making this video to answer a very common question that I continue to see down below in the comment section from some of you right here in the community in regards to a $2,000 fourth stimulus check or a stimulus check in any dollar amount specifically focused on the low income. Again, this is a very common question and it's a really good question that I think we all want to know the answer to, so let's get into it and talk through all the details. However, really quickly before we do, thanks so much for joining me. If you're enjoying this video so far and you want more like it, please make sure to subscribe right down below the video. It's totally free to do so and I'm here for you right by your side each and every day, watching all this new information hitting the wire, doing the research and breaking it down into these short videos as things continue to change very rapidly. It's a busy, confusing, and uncertain time that we're living through. Either way, we've got to stick together through this, and I'm here for you every single day, no matter what. That's my promise and my dedication to you and everybody here in the community, and as always, I'm sticking to it. All right, thank you so much. Please subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet, and let's get into it and talk through the details, as well as answering the burning question that I see down below in the comment section on a very regular basis, asking about the details of a fourth stimulus check, specifically focused on low-income beneficiaries, all the individuals and groups that I mentioned at the beginning of this video, which, by the way, encompasses a huge percentage of our population. Just fixed-income beneficiaries alone encompass about 70 million beneficiaries, not to mention the other about 37.9 million people living in low income right now. So again, we're talking like, what is that, 110 million people or so? It's a lot of people. It's about 40% of our population in this country. Again, it's a lot of people. We want to know the answers to this, right? All right, so here is the question, and again, I want to give you the details about this. Actually, let me say this really quickly before we do, and again, I always like to throw this out there as a disclaimer. As of right now, I think we all completely recognize this, but again, I want to say it anyway. As of right now, a $2,000 stimulus check has not been approved, okay? We all know this, okay? I think we all completely recognize this, but I want to leave this disclaimer out there so we're all understanding this, and again, I don't have people down below saying, you said it's coming. No, not right now. As of right now, no, okay? But things have changed a lot. Has this year been weird? Oh yeah. Is it going to get more weird? Oh yeah. This is just the start of it, okay? What we're seeing today is just the start of something much bigger coming, okay? Either way, we can talk about all that in a separate video. All right, so here is the question I see down below in the comment section. If we get a fourth stimulus check, or if they approve a fourth stimulus check, if they send out a fourth stimulus check, will I get it? Now again, I'm not talking about like me right here. I'm talking about me as in this is the question that I see, and fill in the blank with me being Social Security retirement, SSDI, SSI, VA, senior, person with disabilities. I mean, the list goes on and on. Again, just fill in the blank with whatever, category we want to say there. It doesn't really matter, okay? Fixed income beneficiaries, low income. That's why I mentioned all of them at the beginning of the video. All of these, beneficiaries, low income, fixed income, everybody like this, okay? Here's what it comes down to. Many of us want to know, will we be included, okay? This is a great question. Now, again, I completely understand right now. There's a lot of people out there, and again, we've had this before. In fact, the last check that we got, the $1,400 back in, it was supposed to be in March of 2021, but it ended up being April. Why? They forgot about us. I mean, let's just be real for a second. It happened. We all are, for the most part, wondering what is going on with another check. And the details are, if they approve something, will they include us? I think we all have had this happen before where they forget about us, right? They forget about the low income. They forget about the fixed income. So I think a lot of us are wondering, are they going to forget about us again? And they did it. The last time, they forgot about us for about a month. Actually, it was just a few days shy of a month until they actually came forward and actually paid that last check out. Again, I was covering that in real time as things were happening. We were investigating. We were diving deep. A lot of things were happening at the time. I was calling the IRS. I was calling Social Security. I was calling all kinds of places at the time. I mean, literally, we were on the phone in videos calling them saying, hey, where's our money? You know what I mean? Do you remember those days? It was kind of fun during that time. And again, it was very, very confusing to think, Everybody got their check at the time, and then fixed income beneficiaries got nothing. Do you remember that? And then eventually we got the answers to all of our questions, and finally it came in almost a month after it was signed into law and when it went out to most people. So again, I think we all completely recognize, there are times that they do forget about us, and honestly, it's very frustrating and annoying because we feel like we're the ones that are struggling the most, we need the money the most, and then they send it out to us last. Does that make any sense? I don't know, but it seems kind of weird how this always happens, right? So anyway, long story short, the question is, will we be included for another check? Now again, I want to say this much. I have no clue what Congress is going to do, okay? I don't know what they're going to have in the legislation. Every single time, we've seen this the last 3 checks that we got in early 2020, the $1,200, late 2020, the $600, early 2021, the $1,400. All of those had different provisions, okay? Some of them included adult dependents. Some of them didn't include adult dependents. Some of them had different income thresholds. They all had different things about them, right? They all had their own set of rules. So my point is, in the event of another check being approved, the first thing we need to do is look at all the rules. What is Congress going to write into the legislation as far as who would be eligible to get the check? However, let me say this much really quickly, and again, I don't know what Congress is going to do. However, I do know one thing. What they do determine the basis and the eligibility of a check on is income, okay? They've always had it based on income, and then usually they wrap a few other parameters around it, okay? But here's one thing I do know. The major determining factor of somebody who's eligible or not eligible for a check is income, okay? That is what we want to focus on. Now, let me throw out some details for you really quickly. Generally, the income thresholds are anywhere between about $75,000 to $100,000 as an individual and $150,000 up to $200,000 as a married couple, okay? Now, let me ask you, as a fixed income or low income beneficiary, is your income below that level? Generally, the answer is yes. For most people, okay? Now, the only exception to that would be somebody who is a Social Security retirement beneficiary who is maybe receiving benefits and working possibly full-time, taking down a huge, huge income that would possibly push them over those thresholds. But again, the number of people that fall into that category is probably very, very small. Other than that, by definition, well, not in all cases, but most people that are living on a small fixed income benefit are well below the income thresholds, okay? So long story short, and again, I wanted to explain that so we can all understand this, but long story short would be this much. In the event of another check being distributed or being approved, looking at the income thresholds, would fixed income beneficiaries and low income be included? By all means, the answer would be yeah. Of course, yes, 100%. There would be no reason about it that you would not be included, okay? It's generally wrapped around income thresholds like I just described right there, okay? Does that make sense? Now, unless they write some kind of piece of legislation or a provision into it that says everybody gets a check except for low income and fixed income. Would they do that? There's not a chance. And here's the thing. If they wrote it in, would the president sign that? Highly doubt it. I don't think that's going to make its way through Congress. So again, just want to say that could be something that happens. Highly doubt it would ever happen. I don't think that would happen. In fact, if another check would be approved, I wouldn't be shocked to see another check if it happens to be approved. And again, I don't know what they're going to do, but if this economic situation continues to happen at the pace that it is, I wouldn't be shocked at all to see another check. Again, I've talked about all the details before in other videos of why they use stimulus check to stimulate the economy by giving people money, okay? So my point is, in the event of another one, I wouldn't be shocked if it was a highly focused check just on low income and fixed income. They did that back in 2009. They sent out a highly focused check just on low income and fixed income. I wouldn't be shocked to see that again. Now, does that mean that's going to happen? I don't know. I have no clue what Congress is going to do. They don't even know what they're going to do until the situation presents itself, and then they're going to scramble, and then they will do something about this. But long story short, and to answer your question, would be in the event of another check, whether it's $1,400, $2,000, $5, 13 cents, whatever it happens to be, whatever Congress decides to do at that time, will low income and fixed income be included? My honest answer and most transparent answer that I can give you on this would be 100% yes. But again, I can't guarantee anything because I have no clue what Congress is going to do. But my reasoning behind this would be there's no reason that you wouldn't be included, considering the main parameter that they have wrapped around these checks every single time is income, okay? It's income is number one, and then number two after that is always these little parameters of who's going to get it? Are adult dependents going to get it? Are minor dependents going to get it? Are representative payees going to get it? You know what I mean? It's all those details like that they hammer out afterward. But generally, it's always, what are the income thresholds going to be? And then they say, okay, if your income is below this, then you get a check, okay? That's what it's always been, and that's what it's going to be going forward as well, okay? And the whole purpose behind the income thresholds is so that somebody making $300,000, $400,000, $500,000, $1 million, $5 million doesn't get a check, because honestly, do they care about a $1,000 check? Well, maybe they do. I don't know, but probably not, right? Probably not that much. And they want to focus that money on the people that they know will spend it, okay? That's the whole purpose behind the check. Anyway, does that make sense? So I hope this answers your question. And again, I want to come back really quickly and shake this all out. I see this comment and this question down below on a very regular basis. Probably, well, I don't know if it's every single day, but I see it at least a handful of times every week here in the comment section. And again, like I said before in other videos, I do my best to read as many comments as I can, but there's no possible way that I can read all the comments every day. There are thousands of comments that come in across the entire channel every day. I do my best to read as many as I can, but again, I'm probably missing a lot of comments out there. So again, this is just what I see out there, and this is a very common one. So anyway, hope this one helps you out. Again, we're watching everything closely. It's a very interesting time right now. Things are happening quickly. We know the economy is crumbling around us. And again, if you're in the camp or if you're in the position that you want another check, this is actually music to our ears, okay? Now again, do we want the economy to crumble? No. Do we want people to lose their jobs? No. But when it comes down to it, if you want another check, this is unfortunately what has to happen in order to get another check approved, right? That's what I've said before in other videos. Anyway, hope this one helps you. Again, please subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet. Share the video with your friends, family, social media, and go back and check out any of the other thousands and thousands of videos here on the channel. Also, have some friends and family come over and check out the channel. I'm doing everything I possibly can to do all this research and bring it to you in these short videos every single day so we can all stay on the same page. We got to stick together through this time. It's a tough one out there. Either way, I'm here for you any way that I possibly can be. So again, enjoy your day. Have a good one. Enjoy. Take care, and catch you again later.